Leadership. Yes, that's right, leadership. I can just hear you now. Not that topic again. Leadership pep talks are commonplace. They're boring. Well, I ask you to ignore the boredom factor. Instead, ask yourself this question. Are you skeptical of leadership's presence in your daily life? Well, you should be very skeptical indeed. Shall we look around this lovely planet? You and I live in a world of corruption, ethical indecency, genocides, massive greed, political incompetence, and my favorite, terrorism. Bottom line, there is not a great deal of leadership out there. Yet, in a sea of leadership that is looking more and more like a sewer, therein lies the opportunity for you to make a difference, your difference. Begin by looking at your place of work. Expand your search by also looking within your community. Identify the cause that captures your imagination. Identify the cause that you can impact positively. In particular, the cause that will benefit your colleagues or community. Then step up and lead. As I say that, you immediately counter with, oh, I'm but a mere grain of sand on a 7-mile beach. Wrong again, grain of sand. It is time for you to step up and showcase your leadership skills. It must be within you to believe that you can do so. And in time, you will do so. Because this world needs you. And yes, you will do so through your actions and your words. So let's crystallize your game plan. Part 1. Formulate your clear leadership vision. Your vision must challenge the status quo. Break it. Very importantly, your vision must be in the service of others. I repeat, in the service of others. And I'm not talking about capitalists and shareholders. I mean your colleagues, your neighbors, your community. Make this world a far better place than it is today. Make social responsibility the platform of your leadership stance. Do so by emulating those who successfully broke the status quo. Emulate Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi. Each one of these 3 inspirational leaders had a cause that called for the rejection of the status quo. Do the same, and your life will be enriched. Even Richard Branson of Virgin Atlantic agrees. Here's what he said, and I quote, "The greatest thing we can do with our lives is to follow our passions in a way that serves the world." End of quote. So get cracking on formulating your vision of a better world, both at work and in your community. Do so. You will be inspired, energized. People will look up to you. Once you've crystallized part 1 of your plan, then part 2 is staring at you straight in the face. Part 2 is how you express your vision. That's right, express your vision in leadership. To that end, I recommend that you add the following 6 expressions to your repertoire. Number 1, use the words we or our, W-E-O-U-R, in every statement you make. Fact is, it is about the collective, not you. I'll give you an historical example. Winston Churchill, who said, "We will wage war against a monstrous tyranny never surpassed in the dark, lamentable catalogue of human crime. We shall never surrender." End of quote. Here's an example from Larry Page, CEO of Google. Quote, "When we are changing the world, we are working on important goals. That's why we are excited to get up in the morning." End of quote. Here's an example for you. "We collectively have one goal in mind. That is to enrich the lives of our customers through a best-in-class guest experience. I am confident that we all agree on that, correct?" Number 2, outline and express the aspirations, frustrations, actions that will resonate with your listeners. An example for you. Every member of our team shares the same goal. That is to unleash every member's creativity as we execute this important initiative. Agreed? Number 3, showcase your leadership by presenting facts. Use metrics. Logic strengthens our beliefs that we are making a sound decision. Example for you. Fact is, the average retiree now lives longer than past generations ever did. According to StatsCan, men will reach their mid-80s and women will reach their mid-90s. That means that retirees will require a pension worth between, wait for it, $1 million for men and $1.5 million for women. This in order to not outlive their savings. Therein lies the opportunity for us to help them prepare accordingly. After all, we are talking about our mothers and fathers. Shall we help them? Good example, huh? Number 4, express your priority that the team must move ahead as a group. Remember that unanimity is not consensus. Consensus is a solid majority. Example. First, let's establish the areas we all agree on, and then let's problem solve the rest. Agreed? Number 5. Seek advice and input from your colleagues and community members. An example of this is, let's ask ourselves what we can collectively do to make this project a success. Group, let's hear your ideas. Number 6. Great leaders constantly ask questions of their listeners, specifically questions of commitment and concurrence. Examples include, do we all agree? Shall we do this? Let's work together on this, shall we? And my favorite, are you on board? So my question to you is this: are you ready to step up and lead? Do so.